Hi guys,
and welcome to our Q&A. Go grab yourself a cup of tea and we'll get straight into it.
So welcome to our first ever Q&A. We're really excited about doing this. We asked your questions on Instagram stories yesterday and you guys didn't disappoint. You've given us a whole bunch of questions which we're really excited to answer. There's some good ones, aren't there?
There are some Disney related ones and there are also some life related ones. So we've kind of split them into categories, some slightly overlap. There's some Universal ones in there as well. But we're going to start with the Disney ones, as a lot of you are here because of Disney and Universal and probably just general America.
General Florida vibes.
Yeah. Shall we do the Disney ones first?
Let's go.
Do you want to go with the first one?
Okay, first question. When are you planning on going back to Walt Disney World?
Right.
Now, we would love to go back to Disney World, but obviously in this climate, it's very difficult.
Well, you literally can't get there.
No.
So we're not going back tomorrow. However, as soon as we can, we will go back.
That's it, yeah.
That's what we feel. We feel like as soon as we can go back, we will. We haven't got any trips planned. However, we do have vouchers for a flight with Virgin and a flight with American Airlines to literally go across
internal flight.
Yeah, the internal flight.
I forgot about the internal flight.
So we definitely want to use those up.
Yeah.
We need to try and get some dates in by the end of the year. So we will be booking something. Whether that goes ahead or not, we'll see. But we're definitely planning on going back as soon as possible.
Yeah. And obviously, right now, I think they've stopped flights up until the end of Feb. But again, yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens with that.
See what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next question is top 3 rides in any park. So we're going to stick obviously with the Disney World parks and the Universal parks because that's what I think you were going for with this question.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first or should we do them together? Should we do like 1, 2 and 3?
Go on then.
Like in order, like favourite ride?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you go first with your top 1.
Top 1 of any park.
Of any park.
Of any park. Oh goodness. Top 1, I think for me, was from our last trip. It's a fairly new attraction, ride, and it's Rise of the Resistance. It was literally the immersiveness in the whole experience of it is just amazing. It's just so good. So that's my top 1.
That's your very top
That's
ride.
my very top. Yeah. What's your very top?
See, this is where I struggle because I loved Rise of the Resistance. However, it was probably not in my top 3.
What?
So I'd say my top ride, if I had to pick any ride, the ride that I think, I just can't wait to go on that again, is probably Flight of Passage.
Oh, okay.
Which I imagine is in your top 3.
It is in my top 3, yeah. So that would be my second. I think, yeah.
Okay.
I love Flight of Passage. It was so good. Again, it's like that whole, the rides are just getting so good out in America where it's just immerse you in a different world. That's why they're up that high on the list, I think, the immersiveness of it.
So my second ride would probably be Hagrid's. So crossing over to the Universal parks, yeah, that's probably my top ride in the Universal parks is Hagrid's. What's it called, the whole thing? Something about magical creatures?
Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure.
Is that what it's called? Wow.
I think.
So that would be my second ride. So is that in your top 3?
Yeah, that would be my third. Yeah, again, that's a coaster like no other. Yeah.
And my third one, I do like Rise of the Resistance and I do really want to go on it again as soon as we can. But I don't know, it's really, I think probably more one of the classic ones is one of my favourites, and that's Hollywood Tower of Terror. Hollywood Tower Hotel of Terror. I love that ride. I love the theming. I love that I never want them to change it. I know they've changed it in the other parks. Not so much in Paris, but in California. I cannot wait to obviously ride Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mission Breakout.
Yeah. We'd like those all the ride days. But yeah, I would say that is in my top 3.
It is a truly classic ride. So, next question. Again, keeping it Disney related. Favourite food from each of the Disney parks. So there's the 4 theme parks and your favourite food from each of them.
This is going to be just so hard.
Okay, let's kick it off with Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
What's your favourite
You go
food?
first.
I'll go first. Well, again, if you've watched our vlogs, the corn dog nugs are...
We should guess each other's.
The corn dog nugs are unbelievable, especially with that cheese sauce. They're literally the best.
I'm going to go for a quick serve as well. It's Columbia Harbour House. If you've watched our Disney vlogs, we do a bit of a meal and it's chicken nuggets. We always have it on the first day. Chicken nuggets, chips or fries, and the mac and cheese, the kids' mac and cheese with the 2 extra little bits you get with the kids' meal.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. I think it's just it's the first day thing that we do. So
That tradition.
yeah, I'd say obviously we like loads of other things with Magic Kingdom.
Oh, and they're gluten-free as well.
Oh, and they're gluten-free and amazing.
All right,
Epcot.
throwing it over to Epcot. Yeah.
I think ours is the same with Epcot. We do it we try and do it every trip. I think there's one trip we didn't do it and didn't go down well.
No,
and then we decided to do breakfast. Oh no.
That's not so good either. No.
Go for it. It's your favourite.
To give it its full title, is like the Harvest Celebration or something like that.
Well,
Chippendale's Harvest Celebration at Garden Grill.
Oh, it's so amazing.
So it's the Garden Grill
Does it change
restaurant.
though? Does it change throughout the seasons or not?
Oh, it might do.
Yeah. We normally, because we go a lot in October, November.
Which is
that's what it
harvest
normally
time,
is. Yeah. So yeah, it's the dinner, lunch or dinner. We've done lunch and dinner. It's pretty much the same. Lunch or dinner in Garden Grill.
So good.
Shall we do Hollywood Studios?
Hollywood Studios.
You go first.
Oh, so I really liked the beef brisket sandwich from Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land. It was amazing. Beef brisket, beautiful cuts of brisket, cheese. Oh, it was amazing.
And then they changed it.
Why, Disney? Why? Why would you change a
cold.
perfect sandwich? Yes, then they changed it to almost like shredded beef brisket, and it's never been the same. So, because of that, I'm changing my answer to the Ronto wrap in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because that thing is amazing. It's so good. It's like in a pitta, although it's not really a pitta, it's like a naan bread actually, and everything about it is just amazing.
And I've recently discovered that they will do you the filling without the wrap if you want it gluten-free. So I might try that next time just to show what it is. And also in the breakfast version, they do an egg, so maybe they'd wrap it in an egg, which is really cool. However, my favourite is in Toy Story Land, and that is the grilled cheese sandwich. I think there's so many good foods. This is like the hardest question.
Whoever asked this question.
But yeah, I would say it's the grilled cheese sandwich with potato tots, obviously gluten-free. Obviously all my choices are gluten-free.
Yeah.
And then the last part is Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Another hard choice.
Now you've got so many decent options, haven't you? You've got the Satuli Canteen, you've got all the quick serves, you've got Yak and Yeti. Rainforest Cafe, actually, we've never been.
What is your
my favourite is from the Flame Tree Barbecue, and it's the pulled pork fries from there, and words cannot describe how nice they are. It is a snack credit as well, I believe, when the dining plan is back and in operation again. But yeah, it's such good value, I think, especially as it's a snack credit, and it's just amazing. Such good food.
I would say my favourite is the Tuli Canteen, and it's the bowl that you can kind of make yourself. They've recently taken the chicken off the gluten-free, and I'm not quite sure why, But the beef is amazing too. I love the beef, and I can't always remember what I have it with. I think it's some sort of rice.
Yeah.
And I think it's the rice, the peas, or the beans, and the creamy dressing. Oh, it's just the best.
That's good.
And yeah, washing that all down with what's that drink
Night
called?
Blossom.
Night Blossom. Oh, amazing. So the next question is, if you had to work at Walt Disney World, what jobs would you do? That's such a difficult question because there's so many jobs that I'd love to do, and it's really difficult.
Yeah, it really is.
Just to work there would be amazing.
That's true.
Like, just to have a job there.
Yeah.
Just to live in Florida, full stop, would be amazing. I would say my job that I'd probably go for is to be one of the tour guides. So a while ago we got to go on the Keys to Kingdom tour, which was amazing. And the person that led us around the tour gave us all like facts and things like that, and all the history of the park.
So good.
And I'd love to be that person telling people all the like bits that you only get to know on the tour. What's your job?
My job. So both Becky and I have a bit of an acting background, and so kind of the entertainment side of it would be something that would be really cool. I don't know whether it's maybe being one of the characters or being the people that look after the performers. That is something that I'd love to do. So who were your inspirations to start vlogging?
So we started vlogging. We kind of did a bit of filming on our phones in 2016 on our first trip together. And we had been watching at the time, I think we'd been watching Crispy Small, who is still out there and amazing. Tom and Sophie.
Oh yeah.
Who their Disney vlogs are still available, and we're hoping at some point they might do some more. And Tim Tracker.
Yeah.
But they were kind of the main three that we were watching, and we thought, shall we give this a go? Shall we vlog our trips? And we obviously did.
Yeah.
So next question is, any tips for a Disney moon?
Any tips for a Disney moon? I would say one of my best tips would be to enjoy the fine dining at Disney. There are so many decent restaurants. I know we've talked about a few in the parks, but outside of the parks at the resorts, you get the amazing restaurants that are on resorts. So Citrico's is one of our favourites. California Grill at the Contemporary is amazing, and you can watch the fireworks from up there, which makes an amazing night.
That would be that's one of the things I would say is book California Grill and watch the fireworks from the, what's it called? It's like the top. It's the top of the California. Yeah, it's just outside of the California Grill, and you get it in. You only can do that if you book the restaurant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that. I'd also say book a Disney hotel. We obviously haven't stayed in the Disney hotel, but we've stayed kind of in Disney Springs, so kind of on site, and then we stayed in Universal hotels, and it's just so much easier because you've got the transportation, you don't have to worry about a car.
You can have a few drinks.
Yeah, it's more about, I'd say if you wanted more of a relaxing time, especially after like the busyness of a wedding, planning and then having a wedding, which is obviously exhausting, I would say book in a hotel and you'll have a really relaxing time. If you want to see a really good example of people going on a Disney moon, I would recommend watching Sophie and Dave. I would say they got it really right, and their vlogs were amazing. So I'd go and watch them.
So our next question, would you go on a Disney cruise?
Yes.
Yes, even with all that's gone on this year, I think we still would go on a cruise, and especially a Disney cruise.
Definitely. So we're now popping over to Universal. So the question is, what is your favourite restaurant on City Walk? I think we've got the set. Oh, it's really hard to pick one.
There are so many good ones.
If you could pick one?
Off the top of my head, the one that we now go to every trip is Antojitos, which is the Mexican restaurant.
That's what I would have picked.
Yes, it is so good. Good beers, good food, and good entertainment as well. I don't know what they're kind of offering at the moment.
It's got good cocktails as well.
They have like this live mariachi band, is that what you call them?
And all the chips and the dips at the beginning, the free chips and dips.
So good.
You just can't go wrong.
And the tableside guac is your favourite?
Tableside guac and heaters.
It's
just so good.
It's so good. Yeah,
a really great substantial meal after a long day in the parks.
I like the fact you weave substantial meal into that. So this one is more for Becky, which is, what is your favourite gluten-free restaurant to eat at Universal? So it's not necessarily a gluten-free restaurant, but your favourite gluten-free meal, I'd say then, because there's not a particular gluten-free restaurant.
Do you know, it's quite difficult again. I know what I'd always go for. If I could like walk into Universal now, I know what I really want.
Okay.
And it is the chicken sandwich in Diagon Alley. So what's that one called, that side?
That's the Leaky...
The Leaky Cauldron?
Yes, yeah, Leaky Cauldron.
The Leaky Cauldron, the chicken sandwich in there. Oh my goodness.
So good.
It is the best. I would say that's the thing I would go for if I couldn't eat if I had to choose just one thing to eat, I would go and eat that. So the non-gluten free option, it comes with wedges and you end up having a salad if you're gluten free, but that doesn't really bother me because the salad is pretty good too. And it kind of like, I don't know, it's just a really great meal. I would go with that. So the next question is, if you have children, what age would you take them to Disney?
From when they're very small, I think we would be inclined
One day old.
Yeah, well, maybe not that young.
I'm joking.
We would be inclined to take them as soon as we felt comfortable, which obviously we can't judge right now because we're not in that time of life. But I'd imagine it would be pretty soon after we'd have a child. I mean,
when you're kind of settled into being a parent, like obviously not straight away. The dream would be taking a child or children every year and just seeing them grow up in Disney. That would be my dream.
All right, so we're moving on to the life questions now. So this is exciting. What would you both like for Christmas? All I want for Christmas is you.
Anyway, moving on. I don't really have specific things that I want. I like practical presents. And the thing I really need at the moment is some new hair straighteners. So some new hair straighteners would be amazing.
I'll bear that in mind. So there's not really necessarily anything I need or want at the moment. I guess my dream would be to have a trip to Disney. That would be the best present. America, open up your borders again. The UK, send flights to the US.
It is really difficult. Like I think the older you get, the less you think, oh, what do I want for Christmas?
Yeah.
If you think back to when you were like a child, and it's like every year there was like a total, well, it was for me, I was like, right, I want this. And
circling the things in the Argos catalogue. Yeah.
And it's like, I suppose you get to this age and you think, could do with a new vacuum cleaner, which we obviously bought.
Yep.
We are getting a new sofa that's really exciting. That'll be coming up in an upcoming vlog. So the next question is, would you ever buy a house or do you like living in an apartment?
Ooh. Never really thought about it. I mean, we live in a very expensive part of the country. Living in Brighton, the house prices are super duper high. We've had the opportunity to purchase a shared ownership property in Brighton, so it means that we pay a mortgage, but we also pay rent. However, further down the line, I think that we would love to own a house, I think.
Yeah. We are currently living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and obviously a 2 or a 3 would be amazing.
Yeah.
I personally quite like living in an apartment or flat or whatever we want to call it. I really like it. However, probably a dream house would be like I really like the house in the lanes, in the Brighton lanes. Oh. They're really sweet.
Yeah.
They're really nice houses, and you kind of go in and then go upstairs, like I would like an upside down house.
So more of like a townhouse.
Yeah, I'd love a townhouse would be amazing. I do really like living in a city rather than out in the country.
Yeah, I think we're very city people.
We're very city people. Yeah. So yeah, we would love a house if we can afford it, but we're very happy where we are at the moment.
So we received a lot of questions asking us what we do for a living.
Yeah, in all different forms. Literally, the most popular question was, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a job?
Yeah.
So we would love to answer this question. However, we're not going to answer in as much detail as some of you may want. What we're going to say is we both have 2 jobs, one full-time and one part-time. My 2 jobs are very similar. I love my 2 jobs. I think I can say, without giving too much away, they're both admin based. And yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna stop. How about you?
My 2 jobs, one involves a bit of admin, but more being out and about and more performery, I think I can say. So yeah, more performance-based jobs. So I love, as you can probably tell by these vlogs, I like talking a lot, and so that definitely helps me with my jobs.
And the next question was, what is the biggest assumption people make about us? And literally, we have no idea. So we've noticed quite a lot of assumption videos going out, and we thought maybe we might do one, and then we'll find out the assumptions about us.
What are your assumptions about us? Because we actually, I genuinely don't have a clue.
What we probably will go there and do it. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, we'll do the same as what we did for this Q&A.
Yeah.
And we will
ask you your assumptions.
Pretty much in the stories, pop it on stories again, and tell us your assumptions about us.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scared.
I'd like to hear it though, it'd be really cool. So we're on to the last 2 questions, and one is a very meaty question. Meaty? How did we meet?
Okay, so we met back in 2012.
It came up on my Facebook anniversary, so we became friends yesterday, 8 years ago.
Oh, that's lovely. So we met in 2012. I just moved to Brighton, and I was kind of looking for stuff to do, looking for friends. And basically, I got involved with some people who wanted to put on a Christmas play.
Yeah.
So do you want to take it from there?
Yeah, so it was a Christmas nativity play. So you see the nativity plays in primary schools, they didn't want it to be like that. They wanted it to be more of like a straight play. And yeah, I was involved in doing bits and bobs with this particular company.
Yeah, and we kind of went into it not really looking for a part. I was more asked to do stuff around
behind the scenes,
like kind of being assistant director.
Yeah.
However, the director at the time was like, go for it, be part of the audition, and I think they had an ulterior motive because I ended up getting cast as Mary.
And I got cast as Joseph. So it was almost meant to be in those times, really.
And finally, the last question is, do you want kids? And the answer to that is
yes.
At some point, we would love kids. We kind of see where life goes, what happens.
Yeah.
And obviously, from what we said before, the dream would be to take them to Disney and share our love and passions with them.
So I hope you enjoyed our first ever Q&A. If you did, please give us a huge thumbs up on this video. And if you'd like to see more Q&As, it might be that you have a real burning question after listening to what we've just said. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know if there's something that you maybe want to ask, or if you want to see another Q&A video, and I'm sure we'll put it out on Instagram again with asking for your questions, definitely.
And also, this has been a long video, so we're always very interested to see who's got to the end. So just let us know in a comment if you
reach the end.
if you've reached the very end. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.